Hello, world. Okay, well, I did this morning's reading, but before I did the reading that was posted, it was on the mother. Oh, but yeah, there was just a real vibe this morning, but the sun has come out a little bit, which is nice, and I got off the phone with my son, so I feel a little bit better. Although I've got some gut stuff going on. My guts are just roiling. But there is a nicer feeling. So I just thought, again, let's have a little Christmas miracle. Let's see if there's like a nice message. Not that those other messages, well, they're not very nice, but I don't know. Yeah, some hope. Is there a hopeful message? And for some reason, though, I'm pulling out the Russian deck, which can be beautiful yet sad. But then I pulled out the Field Tarot to clarify. Or wait, do we want to clarify? Well, let's start with this. I don't know. Let's just see. Okay, crowd favorites. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, Archangels, all ascended masters, all of my benevolent ancestors, also this glorious sun, praise be. Oh, can I get an amen? Amen. Oh, I do. The sun can change everything. Okay. Interesting. I just saw, as I closed my eyes, I saw really distinctly these two beautiful owl feathers. Interesting. Yeah, and there's like this point, there's this like real point of light as I close my eyes. And yes, I am facing the sun, but there's like a lot of different colors when I close my eyes. And there's this particular thing. Okay, so we have two. Okay, my phone tells me that my storage is full, even though it's not. Okay. Grandmama. What is something beautiful? Like something real, something tangible that is coming towards the collective in real time, not spiritual time, not 50 years from now. Nobody needs that right now. I want to talk about what's something really special, so good, right here, right now. It's coming in hot. It's written in the stars. Chicken. Unnecessary. Oh. Oh, okay, well, the Five of Cups to the Nine of Cups. I think you could all use that. Yeah, and see, look how barren the landscape is, but we do have a new moon, and there is two cups. And this is past-facing energy. And then we go into this. This is like right here. It's not even future. It's not looking to the future. It's present. Present day, right here, right now. This is giving Leonardo da Vinci for some reason. Even though this guy's a little bit unkempt. He looks a little bit manic. But well, and it's abstract. His drawings are abstract. Yeah, reconfiguring your happiness. In this very abstract way. But a lot of people don't value the abstract in art. Okay. Okay, well, I want to know right out of the gate. What is this Nine of Cups? I can tell you right now, it's the sunshine. Vitamin D on the eyes. Yeah, the big D. The big VD. And the good one. Vitamin D, not venereal diseases. Okay. What is the Nine of Cups? The Three of Pentacles. Well, yeah, there's something really creative here. And the other one that wanted to come out when I was feeling the two is the Hierophant. But see how, look. We have these somewhat abstract drawings. And then, in this little hangout here, little craft night, there's this intricate design that again could also be considered abstract, but it looks like it's being punctured by holes. There was an artist whose name I can't remember. I remember learning about them in art school. All of their work, they do these incredibly huge pieces, and what they do is they just burn, lightly burn, singe with the cigarette, and they make these incredibly huge pieces. So it's reminding me of this, but then, because we have this tablet, I don't know, there's something here about finding the profound in this really abstract way. And in a way that's creative. Yeah, I can see this getting certain types of folks all up in arms. But if there's one thing I've really learned is that the spirit that moves in all things, for me, it really exists in music and the arts. Maybe it's just easier for me to find that because I am an artist. It's my language. But yeah, whenever I'm spicy and I'm fighting with God and my whole spirit team, we can quickly come back together through music. And in fact, when spirit does like to talk to me through music, it's usually a lot of fun. Okay. Okay. I'll put that here. Well, who are these three people that you're with? Because we see you alone. It's like you fulfill yourself, but then it's like you come into some kind of creative partnership, or like maybe it's even a class. Oh, it could be a class because higher learning, the Hierophant. Maybe you're going to take an art class. Yeah, tell me a little bit more about the Three of Pentacles to the Hierophant. Okay, so these three cards. Okay, so it's the Moon to the Wheel to the Seven of Cups. Well, even this to me is like, it could be a potter's wheel, but I'm also seeing when you make your own yarn. A lot of creative options. Well, in this Seven of Cups, because the Seven of Cups can denote that Neptunian energy of very dreamlike, it can be illusory, but in this, to me, this is imagination. Dreaming all different types of possibilities, especially when you're creating stuff. You get to create these worlds. If you want to create snakes and dragons or ghosts or like whatever that looks like, whatever art form you use, yeah, you get to be the god. Yeah, you get to be the creator of this story. That's the great thing about being an artist. You are the creator. You are in fact the god of the universe. Whatever it is that you make, you oversee that. And this is a very interesting moon card. Sorry guys, my guts are really upset. So I have a couple more burps. I'm sorry. She's not pleased. Well, this to me is a keyhole. It's a portal. Yeah, the arts are a portal. And it is emotional. It's how it's our interpretation of the world. It's our interpretation of things that sometimes do not make sense. It's a way to make sense of things. And it's creating a new language. And yet we all understand it. All it takes is hearing one particular piece of music and you know exactly what the artist was trying to convey. You know, you see a painting, you read a book, a poem. This is beautiful. Okay. Yeah, I was just hearing the song A Whole New World. It's like when you may not realize that you're an artist of some kind. People always... Okay, I fixed the whole no storage business. Okay, but going back to creating a whole new world. See, there's something here about the keyhole. And deciding you're the creator, you know? There is a co-creative relationship. We can't control all things and outcomes, but there is a definite inherent power that we all have, and that we do get to decide certain things and create. And it's not being deterred by what the external is presenting in the moment. Here it looks lifeless. Upon first inspection, you're like, wow, she's dry out here. She's dry. There's also something about like her dark blue robes. It's very royal, very regal. I don't know, again, to me this is just, it's all kind of the same. Like this, yeah, there's an inner world. Oh, is that what it is? It's taking your inner world and sharing that. Okay, tell me more. Yeah, I feel like this is for a lot of artists, but you don't have to be a traditional artist, but I feel like most of us are artists, even if you don't recognize yourself as such. Okay. So going back to this beautiful thing. Yeah, your inner world is like this great work of art, because you've been slowly working on it your whole life. And so now, I feel like you're creating something from it. What do we have here? Okay, so, tell me. The sun went away. Ooh, the 10 of Wands. So it's around your burdens. Well, that's usually the best fodder, right? That's why, like, breakup songs, like, you don't have to create from a painful spot to create something beautiful, but yeah, there's a reimagining. Okay, so Grandma, so what does this have to do with? Okay, so there's something beautiful coming towards you that's real and tangible. It seems to be coming from this creative process, creative class. I don't know, there's something here around the arts. Oh my god, yeah. The Ace of Wands to the King of Cups. This is all around creativity and that love of it. What do you like to create? Honestly, I consider everything a work of art. Being a chef, like all of my recipes that I still write and perfect. Even working on cars, being a boat builder, when I was a welder and was making train cars, to me it's all the same thing. It's about a vision. It's about understanding the material. It's taking something and making it beautiful, you know? And I see the beauty in everything. Like, yeah, sheets of metal and tools. And so, like, I don't care who you are. Going back to the wheel, like knitting, crocheting, beadwork, that is art. Okay. So you love it. My stomach does not love whatever is going on in there. We're expelling. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Let's hope that's symbolic. All of 2025 and my guts just get out of here. The exit. The great exit. Okay. Again, these points of light. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I could really see you by accident or just on happenstance, like taking a class and it just opens all of your doors where you're just like, I had no idea. And you become obsessed. You're like, this is my thing. This is my thing. Okay, can we know more about this thing? The Four of Swords. Well, it's a long rest. Like, this isn't just a rest. This is like a forever rest. Tell me more. How does this tie in? Strength. Oh, I see. It's something from your past. There was something that you loved in your past, probably your childhood or early youth. It could be as something as like, you wanted to be a ballerina and someone told you that that was a stupid idea because you didn't have the right body, or like, there's something here around some kind of creative thing. It could be anything. It could be piano lessons, singing lessons. There's something that you loved as a kid, and I don't care what your gender is, but your gender could also have something to do with it. Yeah, like maybe you were just a little guy and you totally wanted to, like, I don't know, learn how to knit or crochet or something. I don't know. There's something that, like, you deeply loved and wanted to participate in, and maybe you got to for a little bit, and then someone killed it. Put it to rest. And now you realize, hey, I'm an adult. I'm a big old lion. No mom, no rules. I make the rules. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And you have the courage now to, like, explore this thing. Okay, tell me a little bit more. I know it's a general, so it's going to be different for all of you, but can I know a little bit more about this thing? Oh boy, well, the Ten of Wands to the Ten of Swords. I don't know. It was something that you loved so much, and I'm sure it's apparent. It reminds me of my terrible stepdad. So I was technically encouraged in my art forms, but because everything was about how other people would view me. So like, I started playing instruments at a very young age, but my stepdad wanted it to be seen as like the first concert he took me to as inspiration was Leona Boyd. Do you know who that is? No? That's right. Well, anyway, she's a classical guitarist. Nobody knows. Well, that's not true. She does have a beautiful career, and she is a great guitarist. Let's not take it out on poor Leona Boyd. And going back to abstract, yeah, I was a great painter, but if it was abstract, like again, it had to either be like figurative or nature paintings, like very Bob Ross, like things that he could present to all of his like rich friends to be like, see, yeah, classical music, yeah, fucking Renaissance style paintings. And I remember one time, because I had to hide everything from him, so I did write a lot of my own music. I never loved playing anyone else's music. And so I would record stuff, and I started writing. Well, I was always a writer. But one day he went through my stuff and he found my secret stash of art. And it did not go over well, suffice to say. And so it did. It really took the pleasure out of creating. Yeah, there's something here about some kind of traumatic event with some kind of thing that you loved. Yeah, and again, people using it against you. So, taking something beautiful and making it painful or making it ugly. Well, guess what, Buttercup? Again, no mom, no rules, your life, get out there. What is it that you need to go purchase for yourself today? Is it a pottery wheel? Is it a pottery class? Piano lessons, ballet lessons, I don't care what it is. Tap dance, you want to be a little tap dancer? Oh my God, let's go. Oh, see, the sun's coming back out. Yes. Okay. So you're gonna get back into this thing that was taken from you. And then what? Oh, see, look at this. Yeah, 5 of Wands to the Knight of Wands. Oh, honestly, in 2026, can we just honestly, collectively just tell people, like, just shut your fucking pie hole. If nobody's asking for your goddamn opinion, fucking shut it. Keep it in there. Yeah, just put it back in there. It's just like, shh, nobody asked. Nobody fucking asked. Yeah, here's the thing though. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Most people, idiots. Most people have hot dogs for brains. So who cares what people think? Like, honestly, the only opinion you should be worried about is your opinion of yourself and spirit. Those are the only two. What other people may or may not think about you, whether it be good or bad, none of your concern. Focus on your own beliefs. So if there's something that you love, and you love doing, or you love creating, or you want more of, yeah, I got some dance lessons on my dance card this year. Ooh, I really want to get into salsa and ballroom dancing. I don't know why, but I'm not going to fight it. I'm like, let's go. Let's switch it up. Oh yeah, I always have a bucket list of all the classes, all the things. Like, there's so many things that I want to do all the time. Never ending. Yeah, treat yourself. I'm telling you, no mom, no rules. Fuck these people. Oh, and actually one of the biggest crushes that I had on this guy named Mike, what a smoke show. He was a total, like, football-looking dude. Big dude, big beard. He wears football jersey. You know what I loved about him? You know what made him so attractive? It's because, again, this to me is what true masculinity looks like, when you're comfortable in your masculinity. He would sit around in his big football stuff, and he loved his wife, and he had 2 little girls. And so he would just be like manhandling his knitting and just whipping up some beautiful things for his daughters and for his wife. That shit, hot as fuck. He didn't give a fuck. Oh my God, if someone would have like made fun of his fucking knitting, I can tell you right now, he would have kept that stitch going, kept his little count going, and just like kicked some ass. 100%, he didn't give a fuck. Yeah, anyway, very attractive. Yeah, something like that. Okay. But I feel like this brings you somewhere. Because, like, this is nice. This is beautiful. But I feel like there's more here. Because also we see that 3 of Pentacles. So I feel like you're taking a class and then something happens. Okay, so what happens? You get back into this thing. I just keep hearing a whole new world. That is just blasting right now. Okay. The 4 of Cups. See, there's still some old messaging here. Don't let these motherfuckers take your pleasure. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's see the truth of things. We get these wounds, but it's coming from ding-dongs, and the thing that we don't understand is that these wounds happen when we're little tiny peanuts. We do not understand. It's fucking propaganda. Do you know what I mean? We internalize it. Yeah, and these people just somehow still manage to suck the joy out of these things. Yeah, you're still feeling somewhat bad about it. No. If you just need a reminder, if the only thing this channel can do is when you need a little pep talk on who can eat shit, just come back here. Oh. Yeah. Call me up anytime. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Oh, you're dealing... Oh, yeah. Tell them I said they can eat shit. Put them on the phone. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Page of Cups. Well, okay, so there is an offer here. There's an offer. Okay, well, what's the offer? What does this have to do with this new old art form? I feel like you just don't feel like it's good enough. Yeah, you're being really hard and critical. Okay, so what's the Page of Cups? The Page of Cups to your 4 of Cups. The 8 of Swords, see? Ooh, you got yourself all tied up here. Look, your hair's all frizzy. You know, you don't need this kind of stress in your life. Look, when your hair has, like, mad frizz, you know there's some dead ends in there. We gotta get out the oil treatments. Yeah, you don't need to live this way. Sorry, guys, I gotta lean right into the sun. Okay, well, what? Well, you definitely don't see this offer. Oh, boy, yeah, the 5 of Cups. Okay, why all of this emotionality? Yeah, there's an emotional response here. Well, we did see that 5 of Wands coming out. So you get into your passion. Are the same idiot people who made fun of you and took away that joy in the beginning come around again? Yeah, and you gotta leave them. Yeah. Leave these people. Okay. But what is the Page of Cups? It does seem something is being offered to you. What is... So, Grandmama, what's being offered to Collective? Collective is in all the feelings right now. They can't see this. This also has been a theme the last several readings. The 5 of Pentacles. I don't know. Someone wants to walk by your side, you know? Oh, so this is about your worth. It doesn't necessarily have to be about this thing. It's about your worth. You don't feel like you're worthy of something or someone. Okay, Grandma, let's talk about it. What is it about the self-worth? What do you think you don't have right now to offer? What makes you feel like you're less than? Well, in this 3 of Wands, we see the house burning down. Okay, so you lost everything. So you're still waiting, but see, he's past-facing. So, in the not-so-distant past, I think you lost a lot. So you feel like you don't have much to show monetarily. Emotionally, you're out in the cold. Yeah, like in all the ways. Trust me, this is my life story. I've got a lot of spiritual gifts, but like, do I have a pot to piss in? No, I don't. But what I do have is the gift of sight. I've talked about this. Living in both worlds, heaven and hell on earth, is simultaneous. So as much as things are really hard, I have the gift of sight. I can sit here and acknowledge this view out my window right now, this sun, the way the sparkles are happening with the snow. It's the artist in me. Oh, so it's the gift of sight. Because it is the artist's eye to look at what's considered mundane, the everyday. I've said this before. I feel like God, in a lot of my downloads, is like always saying, like, people keep praying for miracles, miraculous miracles. And yet we forget everything in our surroundings is miraculous, truly. Like, I'm sorry, the fact that phones, your voice is traveling in real time across great distances, that's incredible. Okay, so you don't feel like, in worldly sense, you have anything to offer right now. Okay. So we can see that that's not true, but that's how you feel. So who is this Page of Cups? Because someone wants to walk by your side. The Lovers. Oh, look at that. Cheek to cheek. Yeah, just like salsa. Yeah, dancing cheek to cheek. Okay. So this is the gift. Okay, so Grandmama, what do you want collective to know about their worth? Oh, I really want to cry about it, to be honest. Because just like when I talk to my son, that's how I picture you, collective. I see you as this fucking perfect little kid. And just like as I look at my son, it'd be like being like, he's not worthy of a gift for some stupid reason, where it's just like, no, you are so worthy of all the love and goodness. Okay, so Grandma, yeah, let's talk about collective's sense of self-worth. The Magician to the Queen of Swords. I think you need to write it out. It's an exercise I've done myself. Every time I've gone through a major breakup, I write out a lot of things. I write out what I loved about the relationship and that person and what I did not. So again, qualities that I would want to see carried over into any other future relationship, and what the new line in the sand is of like, we will never, ever, ever, ever do this again or experience this again. But another fun exercise is asking yourself, truly, like, what is it about myself that I would date, want to marry, and fall in love with? See if you can't fill up 3 pages, back to back. 3 pages, so really 6 pages. What makes you lovable? Why would you date you? I know why I would date me. And at first, you're kind of like, it feels like you can maybe get to like 6 sentences. But I'm telling you, lean in. Remember who you are. And there's tons of things about ourselves that, yeah, like you're like, well, it's not my greatest feature, but it's not the worst. But you know what I mean? Okay, so let's talk about this person. Because I feel like this person sees you. Yeah, how does this person see you? Okay, so they see your hurt. They see what you've gone through. They see that history that goes with us, right? It's not your total story, It's, you know, it's a part of your story, but it doesn't make up the totality of who you are, but it's an acknowledgement. You've eaten shit. People have hurt you and disappointed you. And yet here you are, the King of Pentacles. You're down to earth. You're generous. You like to see those around you comfortable, enjoying themselves. But also, you got that warrior spirit, just like me, that eat shit energy. Look at this guy. This is like, come on, bitches. Look at his muscles. Look at that stance. Let's fucking dance. Yeah, speaking of dance lessons, I call this, I'll dance you to hell and back 10 times if I need to. I'll tap dance you right there. Yeah, get on your little dancing shoes. Let's go. So they see you as strong, if anything. Strong yet grounded. Soft, gentle, but firm. Okay. So do you see this person? I don't think you do. No. Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, so this person's gonna have to... I feel like it's gonna be a class or something. Yeah. So how does this person... They want to be cheek to cheek with you. The sun. Well, just like when the sun comes out, yeah, lean in. Lean into the sun. Maybe that's what you'll be doing. You're literally just going to be following the sun somewhere. You'd be like, oh, the vitamin D, the old VD. Well, if anything, I could say it could be on a Sunday. It could be on a Sunday. It could just be on a very sunny day. It is a trail. One thing I do love about this province, going back to the whole snowstorm, this province is a full season province. Culturally, Quebecois people. Outdoorsy. It doesn't matter if it's raining, snowing, sleet, ice storms, fog storms, doesn't matter. Everyone is out and about. I'm talking, even in the snowstorm, you'll see people skiing in the city, jogging still. Like, everyone is just, like, inspired to be outside. So, you might live in a place like that, where you're just like, let's get out. Okay. So, how is this person going to approach you? It feels like it needs to be a creative approach. 2 cards. Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to be a loving approach, a generous approach. But see this Emperor, though? Look at that bird face. Yeah, this Empress. This is the whole reason I bought this deck. Because I always show up as the Empress. And I love the fierceness, and I love birds. Yeah, so this person is going to approach you as they would trying to hold a predatory bird. But with a lot of love and tenderness. Okay, I love this for you. Okay, let's put these cards back in, because we have like half the deck. Okay, but does this have to do with creativity? I feel like it does. And I don't want to lose sight of that. Okay, so, Grandma, how does this tie into this creative thing, or a class, or like whatever that thing was that we started the reading on? Is it just like that's where this person's going to be in that environment? This card, this card, this card, and this card? Okay, well, it's an offer. But you're back to the 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups, Page of Cups. Well, it's like you meet up in between. Again, I feel like there's some kind of It's a meeting place. And there is an offer, and you are just like not into it. But see, look, the same moon is here. See? You won't even face. Okay. Okay, well, this is interesting. Okay, so like grandma, what is the advice for collective then? Because like they don't want to see it, they aren't feeling it, they aren't seeing it, they don't want to see it. Yeah, they're focused on these 3 cups. There's a loss here. You've lost something. Okay. So how do we get you into seeing? Oh yeah, it's about seeing. I think what I was saying about living in both worlds, that to me is at least my lesson and what I consider the pinnacle of the worst years now. We're going years into this. It's really understanding that literally Earth is about duality. Heaven and hell is right here, right now. And really to be human is to acknowledge both, to not just get stuck in one, the truth of one. Yeah, see, look, I just feel like, see, look, how half? Yeah, we gotta move into the light. See, I could choose to just sit here, or just pop on over. See, heaven and hell. Okay, so how do we get you the gift of sight to see that both can exist, that you can be living out your worst nightmares, but that there is still good people, there is still beautiful experiences, that this and that are true. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's these offers. Okay, tell me about the Page of Pentacles. Because I also feel like, I think you need to offer something. Am I wrong in this? Grandma. The Emperor. I think there might be a moment that, not waking up to, but in those quiet moments of reflection, when we are open-minded and open-hearted, and we can kind of see a fuller picture, going back to the Empress, with hawks, falcons, owls, when you can be kind of in that bird energy to distance yourself, to see things totally. Yeah, I think and feel and see that someone, or maybe multiple people, that in amongst this terribleness, there have been people, places, and things that have been offering you things, and you've been shutting it down. Now, that's your business, your life, but I think you've reached kind of this threshold. Maybe in the beginning it was okay, because you just needed to self-care, but it's like, your spirit team is literally like, we're trying to, the things that have been removed, we want to give you new things. But we can't give it to you when you're literally like turning your back and just like all of your energy is no. Because what we're seeing here is there's a new moon. New moons are all about bringing in the new. So you're the Emperor. And I feel like this Empress energy, which is normally a receiver, but this Empress energy has been wanting to give to you, and you've been like, psh. So now I feel like your spirit team is like, okay, Emperor. One thing I do believe in, and it's really kind of like you hear it a lot in the 12 steps, but in order to keep what you have to give it away. So my own experience of just feeling terrible, when I feel terrible, that's the time to give in some capacity. That's usually when I will message people that I know that are not doing so well in my life, just to be like, hey, thinking about you. What's good over there? What's going on? You know, even doing these readings, I started this channel to have a creative way for me to not lose my mind. It's a way to be of service, to not be stuck in self all the time, you know? Shoveling for someone, anything. But your spirit team is really like, okay, you need to acknowledge the fact that, yes, things have been terrible, but there have been some offerings, and you said no to every single one. So now, these people, places, and things, they don't want to offer anymore because you just keep saying no. You keep rejecting it. So if you want to start pulling things towards you, here, let's move this over again. Oh, vitamin D. Okay, so now you need to make an offer. The Four of Swords. Oh, well, it's just, the offer is, for one, you just have to put this down. There's a way of standing in your energy and in the different parts of our stories where it's like, it's almost just like what is one paragraph in a chapter has become the whole story, and it's not to undermine what has occurred. But do you see what I'm saying? Somehow this has overridden everything. And this was again about creating your own inner world, or like taking that inner world, that masterpiece, and like bringing it to life, bringing it to fruition, sharing it. Okay, well, Spirit Team, what would you like Collective to share? Going back to the Three Pentacles. Share anything and work with people. Okay, so what is the Three of Pentacles for Collective? Find a way, again, using creativity, the language of the arts, to share your experience, your strength, and your hope without getting lost in the story. It's reclaiming the power by taking the power back and by just like, I don't know, creating something. I don't know why. This to me just, he's like a dead ringer for Adrian Brody. And he was in The Pianist, I believe. Yeah, it can literally be writing a beautiful piece of music. There's something here about transcribing, taking whatever this event was and recreating it into anything. Literally, it could be a quilt. It could be writing out the story of your life. It could be poems. It could be a film. It could be a dance. Recipe, like anything. Okay. Anything else, Grandmama, to close this out? Back to the Empress. Yeah, you get to keep what you have by giving it away. Well, even just reframing like what strength looks like the Empress is always seen as like the great mother, but any parent will tell you, like, again, gentle yet firm. Like, she's fierce as fuck. Never mistake kindness for weakness. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave it there. But there is something here. And you'll know if it's your story, you know? You'll know exactly what that looks like and what to do. Okay, I'm gonna go meditate on the sun now and get my vitamin D on and just let that sun into my heart. Remember, today's Thursday, it's Jupiter. So try to get into that heart, let the sun in, and amplify that feeling, you know? Okay. Okay, little kitty whiskers. Stay blessed, stay golden.